Quick clap. See you later, suckers.
Such incredible style and features at such great value.
Go.
It's gonna feel like you stole it.
They'll never take us alive. Never.
And it's fun to pretend you did. Suzuki.
Hamilton Flooring Extra. Take the first step onto your new flooring at Hamilton Flooring Extra Showroom, Thompson Street.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 88.9 and 93.7 Mix FM.
15 degrees in Melbourne. Morning showers tomorrow, a top of 13. It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Tardio. The head of COVID Quarantine Victoria, Michelle Osborne, says an after-hours gathering by quarantine staff at the height of last year's lockdown is disappointing. 13 workers gathered in June last year in breach of the lockdown rules to farewell a colleague. Those who attended the party were stood down. One worker was sacked. Opposition health spokeswoman Georgie Crozier says it was disgraceful.
What message does that send to Victorians when they've gone into lockdown, their businesses are closed, their kids can't go to school, they're separated from their families, and yet these bureaucrats are partying to find the rules?
Government Minister Danny Pearson says it was disappointing.
I was disappointed, and I think that they let themselves down, they let the team down by what they did.
Ambulance Victoria is insisting holding tents outside hospital emergency departments are safe. Some medical experts have warned the marquees could result in patient conditions deteriorating. A 83-year-old stroke patient was forced to wait for more than 16 hours for a bed outside Box Hill Hospital during the week. Ambulance Victoria Executive Director of Clinical Operations Anthony Carlyon says the most serious patients are being seen.
The patients that we are managing in those offload teams are not the highest acuity patients. Patients in those offload teams are monitored regularly and ongoing by our paramedics and nurses. At any point in time there needs to be care escalated. We immediately interface with the emergency department and we get that patient the care that they need.
Australia has raised concerns with Indonesia over the early release of one of the men responsible for the 2002 Bali bombings. Lucy Gray.
Umar Patek could walk free within days after serving half of a 20-year sentence over his role in the Bali terror attacks. More than 200 people, including 88 Australians, were killed when multiple bombs were detonated in Kuta. He was due to be released in January, but his jail term has been slashed by another 5 months. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says it's very distressing.
Obviously not something that Australia wanted to see happen.
Indonesia's ambassador to Australia, Siswo Pramono, was tight-lipped when asked about the decision.
No comment.
The 20th anniversary of the Bali bombings is in October. In Canberra, Lucy Gray, 9 News.
A 5-year-old girl has been handed into police almost a fortnight after being taken without permission in the Northern Territory. The mother of Grace Hughes is helping police with their inquiries. Territory Detective Superintendent Kirsten Engels says Grace is receiving a medical check but is physically in good health.
I'm told that she's happy to be home. I certainly think that she'll be happy to get back to the life that a 5-year-old should be living and not one of being concealed.
$3 million will be put into a plan to prevent LGBTIQ plus Victorians from falling into homelessness. A team of 12 specialist staff will work across homelessness services and LGBTIQ plus support services, 9 in Melbourne and 3 in Ballarat. In finance news, the share market up 2 points, the dollar buying 69.03 US cents.
Maddie, Tori and Sarah know the Hamilton rental market at Groves Real Estate.
Alistair Clarkson says he's confident North Melbourne's fortunes can be turned around fairly quickly. The 4-time premiership coach has signed a 5-year deal to coach the Roos, the club where he began his AFL career in 1987. He says although the club sits at the bottom of the ladder, it has a promising young list, but concedes he'll need to bring in some new talent.
Well, there's mechanisms through free agency, there's mechanisms through trade, through draft, the way to bring guys into your football club that you think can complement it. But by and large, we're going to get better with the people that we've already got here.
Charlie Curnow is on track to finish his AFL career at Carlton after signing a massive contract extension. The 25-year-old key forward, who leads the Coleman medal race, will commit to the Blues until 2029. It's 5:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
If you have an unwanted tree that needs removing or trees that are encroaching on fence lines, Barco can sort it out. They're your local accredited professional team and one-stop shop for tree lopping and traffic management.
The next time you try a McCafe coffee, you'll be enjoying the delicious taste of Australia's most popular barista-made coffee. Just one of many reasons to try McCafe.
It's hard to believe that some people buy beds out of town. Makes you wonder if they've ever been to Beds. And if they know how good the staff are and the time they spend making their customers happy, shopping elsewhere is a bit silly, really. Beds of Portland. Mix FM's Business of the Month.
Mix FM, your official emergency broadcaster.
So if you're hitting the open road, on your next outdoor
Mix
adventure,
FM
or
weather.
simply taking
Edith
pride in a
Fox,
job
Southern
well done,
Grampians
there's
Livestock and
only
Real
one
Estate,
place to
property
go.
consultant for
That's
Portland and
Battery
surrounds.
There's a strong wind warning for the west coast and partly cloudy for the rest of your Friday with showers developing and an overnight low of 7 degrees. There'll be cloud about tomorrow with a very high chance of showers in the morning, a top of 13. Sunday will be cloudy with a slight chance of showers, a top of 14. And Monday will be cloudy with rain, possible hail and 40k winds, a high of 14 again. Tomorrow looking at a top of 13 for Hamilton with Warrnambool, Portland and the coast also heading for 13.
Harvey Norman Hamilton, your laptop specialist.
Right now it's 10 degrees.